गोडॉक्स ने ना वो करके दिखाया है जो बाकी ब्रांड सोच भी नहीं सकती। ये है गोडॉक्स की AD800Pro लाइट एट अफोर्डेबल प्राइसेस। और इस लाइट के बाद गोडॉक्स मुझे कोई भी और लाइट नहीं देगा, क्योंकि मैंने इस लाइट को पूरा का पूरा खोल दिया और फिर इस टाइप की ऑसम पिक्चर्स ली। इतनी सारी पावर आपने इतने छोटे कॉम्पैक्ट लाइट में कैसे दे दी? इतनी ऑसम पिक्चर्स खींची हैं with just one light, and that is why this is the most powerful portable light currently available in the market. 96 पिक्चर्स खींची at 1/64 of a second और लाइट ने सिर्फ एक ही बार मिसफायर किया। एंड 1:1 पावर पे भी सिर्फ 1:5 सेकेंड्स का रिसाइकल टाइम है। 40 वॉट्स की LED लाइट भी है इसमें, तो छोटा मोटा वीडियो का काम भी इजिली कर सकते हो। बाकी इसके सारे के सारे फीचर्स मैंने YouTube के इस वीडियो में इन डिटेल में बताए हैं, और ऐसे ऑसम कंटेंट के लिए मुझे फॉलो कीजिए। हाय एवरीवन, मेरा नाम है रॉबिन सैनी और आज इस वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे अबाउट द न्यूली लॉन्च्ड गोडॉक्स AD800Pro। फाइनली इतने सालों के बाद गोडॉक्स ने हम प्रो फोटोग्राफर्स के बारे में सोचा है, एंड नाउ फाइनली दे हैव स्टार्टेड कमिंग आउट विद गुड पावरफुल स्ट्रोब्स। Every time Godox used to come out with a new continuous light, I was like, Godox, strobes कहाँ पे हैं? Because I'm a huge user of AD200, 400, 300, 600 and even 1200 Pro वाली series, और मेरे पास वो सारी की सारी lights हैं। And अब I think 800 fits also into that category. मैंने इस लाइट के सारे टाइम स्टैम्प्स नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में दे दिए हैं, so you can directly go and check if you want to jump to one particular part. So इस वीडियो में हम किस किस चीज़ों पे बात करेंगे, let me just share that with you. So this is Godox AD800Pro. We are going to talk about the power and the performance. Yes, 800 watts है, but इन सब पॉइंट्स में सबसे important point पता है कौन सा है? That is freeze mode. And उसके ऊपर वाला ये वाला पॉइंट which is called as a flash duration. आप में से बहुत सारे लोग बहुत बार कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं कि व्हाट इज अ फ्लैश ड्यूरेशन वर्सेस व्हाट इज अ शटर स्पीड, क्योंकि जो मैंने पुराना गोडॉक्स का एक वीडियो बनाया था वहाँ पे काफ़ी ये सारा कंफ्यूजन था। आई एम श्योर आपका वो कंफ्यूजन दूर हो गया होगा, बट इफ़ यू वांट मी टू मेक अ सेपरेट वीडियो ऑन फ्लैश ड्यूरेशन एंड फ्रीज मोड और वो शटर स्पीड से कैसे डिफरेंट है, तो नीचे कमेंट कर दो, तो आई विल ऑल्सो शेयर दैट विद यू। इसके बाद लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द प्रोफेशनल कंट्रोल्स। अब इसमें जो भी फीचर्स हैं वो एग्जैक्टली पुराने 600 Pro 2, 400 उस टाइप के हैं, तो वो सारे के सारे ट्रिगर्स है यहाँ पे इजिली कंपैटिबल है। प्लस देन वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट द डिज़ाइन एंड द बिल्ड क्वालिटी। उसके बाद द पोर्टेबिलिटी, वायरलेस है, बहुत ही सॉलिड है, बहुत ही पावरफुल है, और लास्ट में बात करेंगे कि ये किन लोगों के लिए ज़्यादा बनी हुई है। ओके, नाउ द वेरी फर्स्ट पॉइंट विच इज़ द पावर एंड द परफॉर्मेंस। Like it's mentioned here, 800 watts. So this is a beast of a light which is 800 watts. So with this light, I also did an outdoor shoot जो आपने intro में देखा होगा. I'm going to share those pictures and then let's analyze what is the best part of this light apart from being a monster 800 watts. Where do you want to use this 800 watt of power? Yes, ये आप outdoors में easily use कर सकते हो. This is exactly what you call as a sun killer without the use of any ND filters. स्पेशली अगर आप फास्ट एक्शन फोटोग्राफी करते हो तो। एंड येस, इट गिव्स यू 300 फुल पॉप्स। अब आई हैव नॉट ट्राइड इट ऑन 300 फुल पॉप्स, बट येस आई डिड ट्राई। इफ यू सी दिस BTS, दिस इज हाउ द लोकेशन वॉज। My daughter and my friend, they were just playing sometimes tennis, sometimes basketball, and we just put an Insta360 camera to just shoot the entire BTS behind. सनसेट का टाइम है, दिस इज राउंड अबाउट 4 से 5:30 के बीच में। कभी कभी सन आ जाता है, कभी कभी सन नहीं आता है, बट आइडिया इज टू शो वंस यू यूज अ फ्लैश, दैट पावरफुल फ्लैश, एंड आप जितनी फास्ट अपनी शटर स्पीड करोगे आपका सीन भी उतना ज़्यादा डार्क होगा। यू कैन गेट दोज नाइस कलर्स फ्रॉम द स्काई। एंड यूजली एट सच सीन जहाँ पे सूरज पीछे हो और जब भी आप उसे एक्सपोज करते हो, तो व्हाट इज द नॉर्मल एक्सपोजर विच योर कैमरा विल गिव यू। सो द वेरी फर्स्ट पिक्चर, इफ यू सी दिस हियर, sun is right at the back, which you can see there. If I expose for the sun, my shutter speed goes till 1/10,000 of a second, which you can see this here at f1.8 at ISO 100. अब अगर मुझे थोड़ा सा बेस शटर स्पीड को कम करनी है, आई विल स्टिल हैव माई सब्जेक्ट विच इज़ वेरी अंडर एक्सपोज। दिस इज़ 1600 ऑफ अ सेकेंड। और अगर तो मैं बिना किसी लाइट के यहाँ पे पिक्चर्स लेना चाहता हूं, then this is how it would be. This is 1640 of a second at f5.6 at ISO 125. और फिर मैंने थोड़ा सा पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन में पिक्चर को एनहांस भी किया based on the camera which you use. So this is the kind of picture which you get when you're not using any flash and only using available light. I really wanted to test this light outdoors only with one light. So whatever pictures which you see here, आगे वो सारी की सारी सिर्फ एक ही इस लाइट पे शूट की गई हैं. Sometimes we have only used this as a reflector. Sometimes इसे निकाल के we use some other Boyens mount वाले reflectors. But everything was only shot on this light. अब ऐसे इसमें क्या होता है, आप जो आपकी बैकग्राउंड है उसको पूरा का पूरा ओवर एक्सपोज कर देते हो एंड देन यू गिव सम काइंड ऑफ फिल लाइट ऑन अ सब्जेक्ट, बट विच इज पॉसिबल विद एनी काइंड ऑफ लाइट, एनी पावर, क्योंकि अपने बैकग्राउंड को तो इनिशियली पूरा मार दिया है. बट आवर गोल इज टू गेट द एंटायर बैकग्राउंड. दोज नाइस आपको जिस टाइप के फिल्म में कलर्स दिखाई देते हैं या फिर कमर्शियल शूट्स में दिखाई देते हैं. So now these are the kind of pictures which we clicked with this light, with just one light, which you can see in the BTS also. Now see how good it is. Even the sky is very very nicely exposed. कहीं कहीं जगह पे सूरज sky के पीछे चला गया है. But how good these are. These are purely commercial grade pictures which you can shoot. That is why if you see a lot of these fashion guys, especially if you are a fashion photographer, this light is for you. या आप इस टाइप का कोई भी फास्ट एक्शन वाली पिक्चर्स करते हो तो ये लाइट आपके लिए है. अब नॉट नेसेसरी फैशन, बट सपोज इवन इफ यू आर डूइंग बेबी फोटोशूट जहाँ पे वो बहुत फास्ट मूव करते रहते हैं, कुछ ना कुछ मस्ती करते रहते हैं, एंड यू वांट टू फ्रीज द एक्शन, देन दिस लाइट इज फॉर यू. एंड नाउ इफ यू सी दीज पिक्चर्स, अब सन ऑटोमेटिकली चला गया है, बट नाउ दिस इज दैट आफ्टर दैट नाइस ब्लू स्काई. अब उसमें भी इफ यू सी, बिकॉज दिस कैन गो ऑल द वे टिल 1512 पावर, even if it's an 800 watt, you just need some flash to illuminate the subject well. And these are the pictures which we have clicked through that. Up according to Godox, the flash duration is 1/1, 35,710 seconds. अब देखो इसका फायदा ये होता है. If you see this picture, what do you see here? Flash fire हुई है, but subject के some parts are kind of blurry, which you can see hands, some part of the ball, some part of the body. Yes, some part is freeze, but you have that blur movement. और ये सिर्फ एक इस पिक्चर में भी नहीं है, ऐसी बहुत सारी और पिक्चर्स हैं जहाँ पे हमने फ्रीज मोड वाला ऑप्शन नहीं यूज किया था. Now if you see this picture, this is super sharp. The racket is super sharp, the model is super sharp, everything is super sharp. So यही फर्क होता है जब आप फ्रीज फ्रेम यूज करते हो एंड द फ्लैश ड्यूरेशन, बिकॉज इसकी फ्लैश ड्यूरेशन बहुत फास्ट है. सो उस टाइम पे इट विल इजिली फ्रीज दैट सब्जेक्ट. सो बेसिकली फ्लैश ड्यूरेशन होती क्या है कि जो ट्यूब है इसके आगे यहाँ पे, विच यू कैन सी दिस हियर, फॉर हाउ लॉन्ग दैट इज ऑन एंड ऑफ, और जिससे वो एक पल्स ऑफ लाइट फेंके एंड आपका सब्जेक्ट वहां पे फ्रीज हो जाए. एंड इफ यू सी the original AD600Pro 2, the AD600, the 400, 200, उन सब की फ्लैश ड्यूरेशन मैं यहाँ पे लिख देता हूँ, एंड दैट इज हाउ यू विल सी दैट हाउ मच इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द AD200 से लेके ऑल द वे टिल द AD800Pro. Similarly, if you see this picture here of the racket, when I was telling her to just swing the racket, अगर आप सेम पिक्चर विद द सेम शटर स्पीड एक नॉर्मल फ्लैश मोड पे लोगे तो प्रॉब्ली इट विल बी समथिंग लाइक दिस. बट क्योंकि थोड़ा बहुत ब्लर होगा ही होगा, बट जैसे ही आप उस पिक्चर को फ्रीज फ्रेम में लेते हो तो योर एंटायर रैकेट वुड बी एग्जैक्टली फ्रीज इन दैट मोमेंट. बहुत सारी कमर्शियल फोटोग्राफी के लिए इस टाइप की पावरफुल लाइट्स इसलिए यूज होती हैं जिनकी फ्लैश ड्यूरेशन ज़्यादा रहती है. एंड दैट इज वाई इफ यू सी एनी ऑफ द अदर पिक्चर जहाँ पे फ्रीज मोड के साथ यूज किया गया है, द मॉडल इज परफेक्टली स्टिल. उसके बाद जो बॉल है, इवन द रैकेट, देयर इज नो मोशन ब्लर टू इट, अनलाइक लॉट ऑफ अदर स्पोर्ट्स पिक्चर जो आप नॉर्मली देखते हो. और आप भी नेक्स्ट टाइम ट्राई कर सकते हो. टेक अ क्रिकेट बॉल और एनी बॉल, इवन इफ योर शटर स्पीड इज 1,8,000, 1,12,000, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक शटर में हो या मैकेनिकल में, देयर वुड बी सम काइंड ऑफ ब्लर इन इट. Now let's talk about the third point, which is the recycle time. Now this says 0.1 to 1.5 seconds, but let me just share a series of pictures which we have clicked of the same model at the same place. Now ये सारी की सारी जो pictures हैं यहाँ पे मैंने edit नहीं की हैं. Whatever I showed you right now, they were all edited pictures, but I'm just showing you all the raw pictures so you get a idea कि कितनी exactly number of pictures हुई before the flash stopped firing. And this was at 1/64th of a second. So overall in this, I have taken 97 pictures. Okay, so this is the first frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. After 20 pictures, finally flash band hui, but immediately the very next frame it started. And then it didn't stop. It was continuously on all the way till the 96, 97 pictures which I have clicked. The flash was around 10 feet as you see in the BTS away from the subject on the opposite side of the net. कभी-कभी वो इस तरफ भी होती थी, कभी-कभी on the other side. We didn't want it to be very close. क्या पता बॉल आके डायरेक्टली इस पे लग जाए और काम ही खत्म हो जाए. So that test was at 1/64th. Now let's test the light at 1:1. How good is the recycle time? What I'll do is, so that I don't blind any of you and even myself, मैं इसे पीछे करके रख देता हूँ and let's see how many times will it flash. Okay, 1, 2, 3, not bad. 4, missed. 5, 6, missed. 7, 8. I think वो जो कंपनी ने बोला है 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds, that's how it is. So you need to give it at least 1.5 seconds. Okay, let's try 1/16th. I've tried 1/64. Not bad. This is good. Let's try. Oh, now after so many pops, I can hear the fan spinning. 1:8. Fan is still spinning. Not bad. Pretty impressive. And if I go till 1/64, which I was doing there, I think it will just keep going. Like I told you. I'm not sure video पे आएगा कि नहीं आएगा, but it is continuously triggering. So that's AD800Pro for you. Okay, now let's talk about the second point, which is the professional control. Now all these lights here are basically, they operate on 2.4 gigahertz की frequency, which is the same across all the Godox devices. So let's not talk more about that. The most important point is this light, and with the new X3 and the X Pro trigger, which you can see this here, this is X3, and there's a newer one which has a bigger display, which is the X3 Pro. उसमें wirelessly आप हर लाइट को easily sync कर सकते हो. Probably if you see this here, I have already connected both of them on the same channel, which is channel 6. Now if I just tap on this and just go here, the light is also changing on this. So that's how important, easy it is. Just slide your finger and the light will keep changing the power. So that's how it is. अब इन लाइट्स में यहाँ पे आपको ये इंडिकेटर्स दिखाई दे रहे हैं, which is part of the new series, which is the AD600Pro 2 as well as this, and I think there is AD300Pro 2 also. So आप बिना लाइट को यहाँ पे देखें डिस्प्ले के, you can easily know कि सेम अगर रेड है तो वो सेम ग्रुप पे ही लाइट्स हैं. So आपकी probably you will have two lights. One is your main key light and one is your probably a side fill light. They both are in the same group. With the X3 or the X Pro trigger, you can easily control the light from all the way till 512 power to all the way till 1 of the power. Now you already saw those pictures ki at some situations where it was already, the sunset was already there, we use only 5/12 of a power, a very soft touch to get that kind of a nice, still 800 watt of power, but uska final 12th part. It had still given me enough punch to have nice pop in the pictures. Now, because this light already supports 0.1 stop of fine control, so that is why you also see that option in the trigger. And based on that, अगर आप इसको 0.1 या 0.3 पे रखते हो, so based आपकी increment उस level पे होंगी. So now suppose if we keep it at 0.1, and if I go in my channel A, and if I go down, see now it's 0.3, 0.8, it is going slowly down. 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, 0. So you can have very fine control of कि आपको light का कितना output चाहिए. But if you go in the settings and change that to 0.3, then what happens is, now this is 1/8.3, you go one stop आगे, it goes to 0.7 instead of 0.4. So you can actually have very fine control of light also on the light output basically. By the way, इस वीडियो का first sponsor is Dehancer, which is a plugin जहाँ पे आपको आपकी जो भी footage है सिर्फ उसके ऊपर से डालना है, and it will give you lot of nice film looks. Built in इसमें काफी सारे अलग अलग looks हैं. You have to just choose from the drop down, pick आपको कितना चाहिए, and it is easily done. It is a one-time fees which you pay. This is not like every year you pay some of the other fees, but you immediately give your footage a nice film look. But in case if you don't like film look, there are a lot of other old film profiles also which you can try. And if you want to go and buy Dehancer, this is my code which you can apply, and you will also get discounts. Now let's talk about the next point, which is the design and the build quality. Now, unlike a lot of other Godox products, this is also very nice solid build. You have a nice handle. This is very strong. It's not like your typical plastic. I mean, this is also plastic, but this part is metal. This entire thing is, so अगर आप किसी भी stand पे रखते हो तो वो easily से bend down नहीं होगा. This will hold the position. So what this light now has different is a 40 watt bicolor lamp. Once you switch this on from here, this is the second knob which you have to switch on, and it gives you three different options: off, free, and the third option is prop. When you are basically shooting pictures and you want some kind of fill light, you can use that. But let's go in the free mode. The lowest it can go till is 10%, and it can go all the way from 2800 Kelvin से लेके till 6000 Kelvin. Now at 10% तो आवाज बिल्कुल भी नहीं आती है. Let me just take it at 5600 only, which is my current temperature, and at 10% absolutely there is no noise. But if I take it 15 till 20% even, I can't hear any noise. But now the fan has started kicking in. The moment you go past 20%, the fan starts kicking in. Let me just share that with you at 25%. And if I take it further, probably 60%, the fan noise is the same. So I'm not sure who will use this light as a continuous light, because this is majorly for those situations जहाँ पे आप photo खींच रहे हो and you need sometimes some kind of a very basic light, and that is, I think it is strong, but people usually use any kind of modifier जहाँ पे काफी सारे diffusion हो जाता है. So let me just move back to the normal mode only and switch it off. And then there are a lot of those other features which are very similar to the AD600Pro 2 and a couple of new lights जहाँ पे आपको 16 different group indicators मिलते हैं, which are these lights which you can see this here. Based on आपने अपनी लाइट को कौन से चैनल पे या कौन से ग्रुप पे डाला हुआ है. All the lights with the same group will show the same kind of colors, and we have 16 of them. What I really like now is this, ये जो screen है ना, this is very bright. So when we were also shooting in the daytime, probably at the afternoon time, I could easily see, though a lot of my controls are already there on my trigger, but if I just wanted to see the screen or क्या है, I could easily see that because this is very bright. And if you want to just compare, see, this is, oops. This is 800 watts, okay? which you can see this is 800 watts of light. This is how a AD600 is in front of it, and this is how a AD400 is in front of it. So you can easily see the difference. Yes, this is heavy as compared to the already 600. This is 600 Pro, not the second version which is currently available in the market, and this is the AD400. There's a AD300 also which is below that, and then the AD200 is a very smaller one. So that's how they are when you want to just see them side by side. Like any other Godox light, this also comes with a Bowens mount. Just release this knob and take this off, and you have the Bowens mount here. So basically any of your software from any brand will easily work with this light. Now let's talk about portability. Yes, this is big than the AD600, but more powerful, at least 200 watts more powerful. And because this is totally battery operated, very similar to AD600, just this knob here is what you have to just push up and then push the light out, and the battery comes out. The battery looks exactly similar to the AD600. This is W30 as compared to an AD600. What is mentioned on this? This is WB26. The size is also different. However, इसके जो chargers हैं वो exactly same ही हैं, though I have not interchanged because there might be some power में difference. So I didn't want it to, but that's how exactly this is. What are the other dials? You have a USB-C dial on top, any kind of firmware updates. You also have a sync port here for studio work, and that's it. There's nothing more to this. Let's put the light battery back. Oh, by the way, on the top here, you have this knob which you open, and this is the port where you can put your light to charge. And if you press this button, it basically shows you how much percentage is left. All the green lights are, that means the light is fully charged. And now probably I've used it, so that is why there's one red light here. So to be very frank, this is a demo unit which was sent to me by Godox. But मुझे जो मिली है वो है this light, and also there's a box, something similar to this, which has your charger and a socket. There's nothing. Probably the final box might come with a bag or some kind of carrying case, but I'm not very sure about that कि exactly किस type का bag होगा वो. Something with a carrying case like a AD1200Pro, or something like AD600Pro 2, which is just a hard case. अब now आ जाते हैं, who is this light made for? Ideally, this light, this powerful light is for fashion and commercial photographers. I, as a wedding photographer, I still use sometimes AD1200Pro. We use a lot of 600 for our wedding work. Probably I'll share some pictures. Especially इस टाइप के scenes जहाँ पे पीछे sun होता है, and we want to expose the sun as well as the subject. I mean, I do a lot of crazy shoots with only pictures. I love to give those dramatic pictures to my clients. So I've been always using the 400, the 600, and even sometimes the 1200Pro. And also I think I've made a reel long back जहाँ पे मैंने बताया था कि once you have a powerful light, like especially in wedding when we use a 1200 watt light, the best part is you don't have to put the light very close to a subject. Probably I'll play that reel here, and you see where I have put a 1200 watt light, so that because this is so powerful and such a big soft box right at the edge, so that किसी भी guest जब वो बीच में जा रहे हैं आप उन्हें disturb नहीं करो, and it will easily illuminate the subjects pretty well. So that is also how in weddings you can use such powerful light. And because this has a faster recycle time, so you will get those far expressions rather than you will missing those shots. And definitely this light is definitely for guys who do sports or any kind of editorial shoots. This is definitely for them just because of that freeze frame. Freeze mode and the fast flash duration. Anyone who does e-commerce kind of shoot, for them also, probably if you've seen a lot of these fashion photographers, they keep going tick, 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 tick. Obviously you need higher powerful lights because a lot of them are shooting at f8, f9, f11, कभी-कभी f16, and for that you need a lot of power in your light. आपकी normally AD400Pro या 200 नहीं चलेगी, 600 to an extent, but when I do such kind of corporate headshots, I'm shooting with AD1200 at f11, and you need a lot of power light, lot of powerful light. So what is the final conclusion? Should you buy this or should you invest in an AD600Pro 2? See, to be very frank, at this point I have no idea कि इस फ्लैश का क्या प्राइस होने वाला है. If this is probably 15,000 भी ज़्यादा हुई ना, तो I would suggest go for this, because even if you pay 15,000 more, you will get 200 watt extra. थोड़ी सी heavy ज़रूर है, but because of those things which I told you, this is a game changer, and probably in any situation this is exactly the sun killer which we want, the portable sun killer. Yes, there are other lights also which you can shoot basically in when there's sun right in the back, जहाँ पे usually silhouette type की images ज़्यादा आती हैं. So this is definitely a good buy, but again it also depends what kind of work do you do more. And we know whatever Godox makes is a total paisa vasool deal. I still have AD200 from 2017 or 18, जभी भी वो जिस साल भी launch हुई थी, the original ones, and they're still working rock solid. So I'm sure this will work probably another 5, 6, 7, 8 years also. I think in coming time, I'm going to do a lot of more shoots. If you want, probably I will mix all the lights together, the 800, the 600, the 400, the 200, and even the 1200, and probably come out with a new shoot. If you have something else in mind you want me to share, please write down in the comment and I will personally reply. और मुझे YouTube बताता है कि almost 90% लोगों ने मुझे अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है. इस टाइप की वीडियोस बनाने में बहुत मेहनत लगती है, सो प्लीज़ उसे सब्सक्राइब कर लो so that I keep coming up with such videos. And इस वीडियो को भी बनाने में काफ़ी टाइम लगा. And by the way, if you want to personally talk to me and ask me any kind of my personal views on this product or on any other product, so you can easily scan this QR code so that I will personally do a video call with you and probably try to give whatever answers which I can give to all your questions.